What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Polo Evolve and I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about why taking one trade a day is key to success when it comes to day trading. Now, throughout my 6 years of day trading, I'm pretty much at a break-even stage now. What I've noticed is that anytime that I would take more than one or even two trades a day, usually doesn't end up going the way that I would like it to go. And this is largely, people have this notion that the more hours you put into work, the more money that you will be able to earn. And this is largely true because, most people are basing this off a 9 to 5 lifestyle, right? And which again, most people are actually working a 9 to 5. And so this is where that mindset comes from, because in a 9 to 5, if you work overtime hours, generally speaking, you're going to make more money, right? But that is the wrong philosophy or perspective to have when it comes to day trading, because when it comes to trading, actually, I would argue that the less time that you spend on the charts, the more money that you will actually make. And it's more focused on your process rather than the P&L, right? Really, yeah, your inputs do matter, but again, it has to be strategically, you have to be putting in the correct inputs. It's not about, taking more entries. It's more about, are we managing risk? Are we taking the correct entry? Are we following our trading plan to the T? Again, these are all things you probably know by now, but I wanted to emphasize on the fact that taking one trade a day is actually key in terms of, reaching some sort of success when it comes to day trading. And the reasons behind that, quite simply, are, so think of trading as if you were a sniper, right? And I used to play Call of Duty back in the days, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, the OG COD days, of course. And back then, that's when quick scoping was just coming up, right? And with quick scoping, you can run around the map and you can just snipe willy-nilly. And if you miss a shot, you kind of like try to jump out the way and you shoot another shot. But that's not really what sniping is. Sniping is more so that you have a target that you're looking to hit, and most likely you're going to be very far away from that target. You're going to find a position to be where you're hidden from sight, from plain sight. So obviously your enemies don't see you. And then you're going to crouch, you're going to prone, you're going to wait. You're going to sit in that one spot and you're just going to wait for the perfect opportunity, because once you shoot that one shot, if you end up missing that shot, your cover is blown, which means that your enemies are most likely going to come and find you and you're cooked. But if you manage to hit your shot, obviously you're up and out of there as quick as possible. Your job is done, right? That is the job of a sniper. So if you adopt the same mindset when it comes to trading, I would argue that because you're thinking now, instead of, oh, I have unlimited bullets to shoot, and you're just gonna be shooting willy-nilly, you're going to come into the market thinking, oh, I only have one bullet that I can shoot, so I better find the best possible situation, the best possible setup, because I know that there is no other opportunity or bullets for me to use for the day. With that being said, obviously the quality of setup that you're looking to take is going to be much higher, because you know that you only have one shot. Now, of course, this is also going to prevent you from doing things like over trading or revenge trading, because again, once you take that one trade, you are done for the day. And if you do this over a long enough period of time, this of course will be ingrained and become a habit, and you will thank yourself, because again, maybe the first couple of trades you might lose, right? And that's fine, because you're gonna feel frustrated after losing that one trade. You're gonna get the urge to want to, revenge trade or get the win back, or maybe your stop loss got ticked out and then it goes straight to profit, and you just have to sit there and watch it because you only have one trade. You already took that one trade. Yeah, at the beginning it might be a little frustrating, but I'm telling you, over time you will realize that this is actually going to help to save and preserve your capital over time, and you're just going to be much more selective when it comes to taking trades. And over the course of the time, because you become more selective, you're taking higher quality setups, of course your P&L is just going to be going up, right? And so over time you will do much better taking one trade rather than taking 3 or 5 or having unlimited trades. Because what happens is, if you adopt the mindset of having unlimited trades, you might have some good days. There are a lot of traders that they don't adopt this one trade a day, and they do quite fine. But for guys like myself, you know what? The first trade that I take for the day is usually the best trade, and I realize that every time that I take more trades than maybe 2 or 3, 3 is max, right? Depending on the day, but usually my first trade is the best trade that I take. And so what I've realized is, anything past that is really just fluff. And it's like trades that are not at optimal level or at my peak performance, right? And they did a study on this as well. I don't know where I've seen this from, but they said that when it comes to money, humans, I guess psychologically, whatever it may be, their first decision they can only make about 3 emotional decisions per day. And since trading obviously is, has to do with your emotions because, there's money involved. Your first decision is the best. Your second decision, not so great, but it's still not as bad. And then your third decision, obviously at that point, because you've kind of used your mental, I want to say your emotional capital on the first and second entry, your third trade is going to be less effective. Or, you have peak performance at 100%, after your first trade it drops to 70, maybe after the second one it drops to 50, and then after that, this is why, like, I've noticed personally, after my third trade, it's usually just fucking GG. It's GG after that. I'm just running and gunning, and like the quick scope analogy I used, I'm just shooting at everything, and I don't really care if I miss, right? And so if you can force yourself to stay disciplined and take one trade a day, I promise you, you will thank yourself in the future.